It's a bit
That's
mad
funny.
though, isn't it? Like, you know, in this day and age of like, you know, mansplaining, that we're watching a program where a man's having to tell a woman how to feel herself. That's mad, you know, like that actually was a thing, bruv. Do you get me? Imagine a man now telling a woman what to do. She'd be like, blood, are you mad? Suck out with yourself. You get me? Like, yes, another week and another year. It's 2021. Happy New Year, people. Chatterbox is back. As we said, we've got some interesting stuff to be checking out, telling you what we think, and do we have a treat for you?
All is fair in love and war.
This episode of Chatterbox will be a den of iniquities. You see where I'm going here? So if you were easily offended, high blood pressure, and not seen Bridgerton yet, stop now. Save this video, hit subscribe, make sure you hit the alert, and come back to this video once you've seen Bridgerton. Now turn the video off and don't carry on watching. Check out some of the others and hit like while this one's playing. Now, Shondaland has brought us something new, bringing Julia Quinn's novel to life. We will be exploring Duke Bassett's techniques that had women cheering in ecstasy, reflecting on Eloise trying to figure out how babies are made. But before I go any further, let me introduce the team. We've got Lord Ladies Love of the City.
How do you do?
What's good, B? Come on. And obviously, we've got the LP of Essex. Don't know the duppy. Keeping it real in the old school days. Baron Sean of the Garage and South.
Splendid, chap. Splendid.
Jolly good, brother. And you don't know, it's our Grace, it's your Grace, it's the OG, the one and only, North London's finest. Tally ho, old chap. It's the vibe, man. What's going on, boys? I hope you're feeling good.
Hey.
Happy New Year. Let's get into this. This is a £40 million 8-part series which centers around the quest of girls in the Bridgerton family to get married. Each episode is 50 minutes in length or an hour, and episode 6 might take some people a little longer. Far from another Pride and Prejudice movie, more like something that would have Jane Austen clutching at her smelling salts. It features an ethnically diverse cast, including a black Queen Charlotte, charged dances, and explicit bedroom scenes. Bridgerton, modern period drama? Maybe, maybe not. It definitely earns several reviews on IMDb, film.com, Flickster, but there's a few headlines that I don't know if they're very fair, and I want to hear what you guys have got to think. First one, trash TV with a Victorian era twist.
Ooh, that's harsh. That's harsh. That's really harsh.
That I gotta agree there.
How about this then? Soft porn trash. Hold on. Soft porn.
No, excuse me.
What kind of porn are they watching if that is
porn?
soft? Like,
Soft porn.
if that's soft, raw blood, like upgrade, like it's 2021. Pornhub had free subscription last year. Come on, blood. All right, next one. Jane Austen meets Gossip Girl.
I do. I think that sounds right to me. Like I've watched Pride and Prejudice, lots of Jane Austen movies, like and Gossip Girl. I watched Gossip Girl as well. So yeah, definitely.
21st century spin on the 19th century.
Fair.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would have to say? I'll just jump in there. I just want to say, like, I have to co-sign with trash TV with a Victorian twist, because I mean I've never seen Gossip Girl nor Downton Abbey, and in my opinion, I mean the 21st century doesn't have enough real men to put a spin on the 18th century. Just my take on it.
Anyway, let's lay our thoughts clear. There's a lot to talk about with Bridgerton. So I'm gonna say a word or two, and I want you guys to say the first thing that comes to your head about Bridgerton. So the first word is costumes.
Corsets, bosoms, all that good stuff.
How about the sets?
Lovely architecture. Beautiful. Duke's house, wealth. Wow. That's where I want to live.
I thought you said sex.
No, sex. What's on your mind?
Hey, mind out of the gutter. Nah, for me, I mean, the sets are fantastic, but I just think it was missing a wet floor sign, in Simon and Daphne's house. Because, boy, what was going on there, boy, was a bit mad. But yeah, apart from that, it was good. It was good.
How about the music?
Modern day, I thought of, like, because they were playing like a lots of modern day music with the instruments. So that's what I'm thinking of, basically.
I just want to say, yeah, I gotta agree with you there, because like there's an episode there where they say my name, and that was dropping it, right? That the instruments there, mad. So definitely modern day twists on the lovely music. Lost for words kind of music. Sorry.
It was the Vitamin String Quartet. I appreciate them. I've been using a lot of their music in a lot of pieces of my work. So I identified them straight away, and I think they're fantastic. And they kind of brought it to the modern era. I loved it.
How about performances?
Good and bad. Lady Danbury, amazing. But there were some terrible performances. Marina, I thought she was terrible. Every time she was on the screen, it just made me cringe.
Definitely being captivated by some of the performances. Yes, most definitely. Like you said, Lady Danbury, very assertive, man. Reminded me of my old head teacher back in the day, but she didn't ramp at all. Very good, very good. I even like Daphne's character. Love the way she just grew into her role as the series unfolded.
Yeah, I thought the performances was great again. That I thought Simon. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, this type of show, but I thought there were definitely some standout performances there from maybe Simon, and I mean Daphne had moments as well in it. So yeah, not gonna knock it.
How about the chemistry?
Anywhere on your body, anywhere that gives you pleasure, but especially between your legs. And when you find a feeling you particularly enjoy, you can carry on with that.
I thought the chemistry was great, like between the Duke, like, and Daphne Bridgerton. Like I think their chemistry was good, and the chemistry between the family as well, the Bridgerton family, the other family. Like I think they would all had their little moments, so it was fun.
Yeah, I just gotta say I agree with Andre. The chemistry, you felt like you were there, especially moments between Daphne and Simon with the kisses. When he stared at her, she looked at him in such a seductive way. You know, you felt that chemistry, you felt that connection. That was nice.
Storyline, what comes to your head, Sean P?
Storyline, I don't know. I would say probably To Die For, because it could probably bore you to death. To be honest, in fact, it probably would have been good if there was a death or a murder. It could have been a bit of a game changer, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, I think it was, it is what it is. Not really my cup of tea, so I'll just go with it. You know what I mean? I watched moments, enjoyed it, but that's it really.
It was interesting. There was so much deception, deceit, women ignorant but really smart at the same time. There were so many contradictions. I love the themes. I love how the storyline flowed. A little bit cheesy in certain sections, but the storyline, not bad.
All right, cool. How about the dialogue?
I think the dialogue was snappy. I think it did remind me of Pride and Prejudice and all of Jane Austen stories and movies that I've watched. Sense and Sensibility, all those ones. It reminded me of those stuff. So yeah.
I have to jump in there. You know, the one thing that really bugged me about the dialogue, yes, some parts were snappy, but I kept listening to the dialogue and going, no man would say that. I was just like, no man was just saying that. Oh, so there were some lines that he was saying. I was just like, get the fuck out.
You got any examples?
And it was.
Conversation has always been easy. Her laughter brings me joy. To meet a beautiful woman is one thing, but to meet your best friend and the most beautiful of women is something entirely apart.
It was mainly when the Duke was talking. He was just like, he was so emotional, and it was.
You thought he was emotional?
Do you know what? He got emotional. There was emotion. Yeah.
Downright flush?
Yes, that is what happens.
When one is angry?
When one burns for someone who does not feel the same.
Pete, do you know what? Some men are just really good with the opposite sex. You might not get that, but it's cool. You know, some men are, some men aren't. some men know, other people like the smooth words. You know what I mean? A little bit of Spanish to wake up to in the morning. Little bit of, you know, maybe that. I don't know. You get me? Flavors. It's all about the sauce. You get me? All right, cool. All right, this one, yeah, big thing. Mentioned it earlier. What comes to mind when I say episode 6?
Lots of sex everywhere. Sex. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I was basically just gonna say. Passionate moments all throughout. It was just like literally passion after passion after passion. It was just non-stop. Do you know what I mean? At it like rabbits, but you know, had a bit of romance with it. I'm sure the ladies would have loved it. It will be interesting to hear what the ladies think in the comment section below. But
I was like, when I saw it, I was like, hey. I really enjoyed it. I like, oh, hey, yeah.
I had stepped out of the room, and when I came back, I was looking at these scenes, all these scenes, one after the other. I was thinking, did someone change the channel or something?
But did you guys see when the Duke took off his pants and Daphne's face, and you should have saw the look on her face. I've never seen that.
That was funny. That was funny.
What was that? Listen to this. I felt so proud for my brother.
The thing is, like, remember the first episode, innit? After 3 minutes, there was a romp up against the tree while the nearby footman looks away. Like, what was you thinking then? Like, when that scene come up, yeah, obviously, I'm like, hey, come on.
Man can't wait. You know, man's hot for it. I got a couple of minutes. Yo, look at my time. I need this. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, turn away. Don't be saying nothing to nobody. Let me do my thing. And done.
You know, watching that bit, you know, I was thinking the actor must be cold. That's all I was thinking about. But I'm thinking, me and that side, if I was doing that, must be cold out there. That's all I was thinking.
Little bit of information, actually, that, like, something for you guys to hear about. Dame Julie Andrew was reportedly paid £1.5 million. Let me check. Yeah, £1.5 million to narrate as a Lady Whistledown. What do you think about the character? Was it worth £1.5 million? Did you enjoy that narration?
I enjoyed that character. Like, it reminded me of Gossip Girl, like the narration throughout the episodes. Like, it was just really, really fun. And Julie Andrews doing it is really fun to hear her say certain things, because that's like Mary Poppins. Like, and she's from The Sound of Music, and like she's doing this stuff. So it was just really fun. In terms of the money, get your money, man. Get your money. That's not anything shocking.
Her role was fantastic. She was the source of discord throughout the whole series. She basically pushed the narrative forward. I think without her, I don't think a lot of drama would have unfolded. So I thought she was amazing, and that was a perfect touch. And 1.5 million, I don't know if she was that good, but I thought what she did in the TV series was really good.
Talking of drama, Twitter beef, Twitter drama. The two biggest talking points were the assault scene in episode 6, where, one tweet, what was it? It said, I love Bridgerton, but I hate the assault/rape bit wasn't acknowledged and discussed. Simon removes consent and Daphne consciously ignores it. It was worse than a betrayal of trust. She consciously inflicted hard or something. I think that's what he says. So we don't even get to see Simon deal with that scene. Like, it came up a lot on Twitter. People are talking about it. Any thoughts?
I think, Daphne not respecting Simon wanting to stop having sex is a bit of a double standard that society just seems to have in general, when it comes to consent. But I doubt that's going to change in our lifetime, sadly, due to most people's innate tendencies to, hold men more accountable for that type of thing, like sexual consent. That being said, if you ever go swimming without a swimsuit like they did back then, just make sure you take full control of the WOP and just don't do any cowgirl. That's it.
I was thinking about this one here. I was thinking about this one, and yeah, what? I thought by the 19th century they would have been doing doggy style, but hey, you know, I mean, standard like you said, you know, cowgirl business. But at the end of the day, she held him down.
Like, I definitely think it was assault. Like, I don't think he thought of it that way. I think he thought of it as, oh, you're gonna have my baby, basically. That he wasn't even thinking about that, because in those days, I'm assuming that he just wouldn't even come to his mind that he could be raped. But in terms of that scene, that shouldn't have been in it, because that just spoiled, for some people, the relationship between them when somebody does that to somebody else. So I just don't think it should have been in the series. And I think I can understand when some people are upset about it as well.
Until I heard that tweet, I never really thought of it like that. I just like, now I'm kind of processing it and going, oh yeah, but I never thought of it like that. Is that how society has made us start to think? Because I was just like, okay, she did that. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one there.
He was riding him and he was feeling the pleasure. He wasn't thinking clearly. And then when it was kind of too late. Like, it was like, oh, you know, so, you know, and then that happens involuntarily. He can't help himself, but he didn't want it.
But the thing is as well, she didn't know any better, because she was seeking advice and she wanted to know how she can go about and conceive. Yeah. And so maybe she was advised, this is the best thing to do.
That's the point. That's the point, like what Des has picked up on. I think what we have to be conscious of, and a lot of the conversation on Twitter is going in the direction where they're forgetting this is the 19th century, where, like, I don't know for facts, but like from what I understand, women back then weren't really taught about everything. I'd say in the 21st century, if you're gonna put something like that in any type of media, you know, that people are gonna watch, then you need to manage that. You need to like talk about it. It needs to be dealt with in the show. And like that tweet said, I quite like about that tweet, you know, it says, you know, they didn't even deal with it in the show. They didn't talk about it. So, and I think that's really important. The other big talking point was the diversity in the cast, and for a totally different reason. As you can imagine, this brought out a few people. Now, there's 3 tweets that we've picked out, right? Just going to read out. I'm going to read out 2 of them and see what you guys think, man. The first one, our history is being rewritten. Just watch the new series Bridgerton on Netflix, which was laughable as it portrayed George III's wife, Queen Charlotte, as black, together with, I would say, a 1/3 cast as black. Now, the second tweet, Bridgerton, more like Black Lives Come First now. The floor's yours, boys.
I just think haters are gonna hate. To be honest with you,
that's interesting. I don't know if it was like that in the book already, and if it was like that and they just copied it, and were they white, the characters in the book, and they just happened to be black for this show. So I don't know if that was, you know, just circumstance. In terms of what the people are saying on Twitter, I don't care. I just don't care. I enjoyed the show. Cry what you want. That's it.
You know what? I actually enjoyed it for once, where I didn't have to really think about race until you mentioned that. It was just like, I wasn't kind of seeing that the servants were all black. It was great to not really think about race in that sense. And I really actually enjoyed that aspect of it.
But you would always get complaints when everything that looks different, sounds different, or is different. I mean, look at Christmas, when there were the tweets around the Sainsbury's, the Christmas ad. Come on. And I think it's pathetic, you know? I mean, it's evident that we are moving away from all of this. So haters are going to hate. But now, Shondaland, I call it Shondaland. This is her land now. And things are changing. Haters going to hate out there, let them hate. So get used to it. Shondaland is here to stay. And that's why this is number 1 in how many countries? It's top 10 on Netflix at the moment. 76 countries, I think, is number 1 as well. Come on, man. Season 2, ready for you.
Also, fifth biggest number of viewers in the opening weekend for an original series on Netflix. It's a Batman thing.
It doesn't warrant a response.
Anyway, for those of you that didn't know, Phoebe Dynevor, played by Daphne Bridgerton, is the daughter of our own Sally Dynevor, who plays Sally Webster in Coronation Street. What's your view on the female representation in this show? How they saw their self-worth?
From my perspective, women throughout the show, women were perceived to need men in order to validate themselves. That is how it tried to be portrayed. But I saw this underlying current that throughout the show, I thought the women were quite manipulative and they had all the control. Believe it or not, like even if you look at Daphne, even though she looked like she was always in the lesser position, she always got what she wanted. Everything seemed to fall into place for her, and not because of luck, but because she manipulated situations to get what she wanted.
I disagree with that. Like literally, like Daphne could have been raped, like, and nobody would have done anything. Nobody would have cared about that. With that guy, she could have. They can't even like stay in a corner or go into the park or wherever it was by themselves without getting in trouble. Sorry,
the guy she knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she can't. They can't even go somewhere by themselves with somebody. Otherwise, their life is ruined. Basically, like get pregnant, your life is ruined, like destroyed. Like, yeah, they have to. The mums and stuff have to manipulate, but they have to manipulate to get somewhere. Like, they have to get a certain husband to live good. Otherwise, you're effed. Like, in terms of how the women are portrayed and how they see themselves in the society, I think it was a product of their time. They have to be a certain way, and so like Daphne and lots of other women wanted that. They wanted a husband, a rich husband, and they wanted to have babies. There was only like the other sister, the younger sister. What was her name? Eloise, who wanted to do something else, which I think was cool. Because I think even if you have all these people that want to do it a certain way, there always is somebody that doesn't.
There's, like I said before, there's a lot to cover on this show, and I'm sure the WhatsApp is still going to be popping with conversations about Bridgerton, especially thinking about what's going to happen next with Daphne and the Duke, what's going to happen with Daphne's expensive necklace, which was just left on the bridge. You know, there's a lot to find out, and we don't know yet if it's going to have a season 2. Like, I don't know. Have you guys heard anything? Because I've been looking. Ladies Love, you got some news for me?
No, I ain't got no news, but I guarantee you there'll be a
season 2. Yeah, I think so. Considering the numbers it's gained on Netflix, like, boom, that's big. But the reason people tune into our show and the main reason why anyone watches anything is so that they can find out your star ratings. So out of 5 stars, how many is it getting?
I'm going to come in there then. I'm going to say straight up a 5. This is one of my first period dramas, and I loved it.
I'm going to give it a terrible 2.
I'm going to go for 4 stars. Really, really good. Not perfect, but I really, really enjoyed it.
Definitely a 4. And best period drama I have ever seen. Episode 5 and 6 sold it to me.
Boom. I think overall that's getting like a 3.5 or a 4, really, because I'll give it 4 stars too. And I just think it was brilliant. I've never enjoyed a period drama, but this done the thing, man. I liked it. I got into the characters. I wanted to know what was going to happen next. I can't wait for season 2, and I can't wait for you guys to hit that subscribe button below and the bell next to it so that you know when season 2 is coming. We'll be doing a review on Bridgerton again. I hope you guys have enjoyed the review today. It's been fun. We enjoyed watching something a little different. Maybe we might check out some other stuff. If you've got any recommendations, because that's where this came from, your recommendations, hit us up on the socials, Twitter, IG, Facebook. You know where it's at, and you know where we're at. Make sure you let us know what's going on and hit that follow button while you're there. And the best place to catch us is in the comments below. We love to get into conversation with you guys about what you've been watching or what you think we should be watching. So don't know, hit us up. My name's Dan. This is Chatterbox. We've got the whole crew with us tonight. I've forgotten the names I gave you earlier. LP of Essex, Wagwan man. Don't know. We got the Lord of the City. It's the Ladies Love.
See ya.
We got the man with the get down in the underground. Is South London's finest, the original garage skanker. Grace, Sean.
Now.
The original Don Juan, the OG, North London's finest, the one and only, is the King OG Des.
I say, old chap.
Do you know, I'm loving the outfit, you know, Des. I'm loving it, man.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot.
It's so good. It's so
I was
This is
gonna
my regular attire, man. This is my regular attire.
You know what? No, the thing is, yeah, I believe you, bloods. I believe that you would wear that on road like as a casual thing. Anyway, people, you know what it is. Chatterbox, we got a lot to come this year. We're excited for it. Peace, love. You know what it is. See you next time.